Hi, my name's Celia and I'm a triathlon coach. I'm going to take you through 4 core exercises and we're going to do a short circuit which is going to last around 15 minutes. These core exercises are great for improving coordination, improving that connection between your core and your arms and your legs so that you can swim, bike and run faster, and also to prevent injury. So we're going to do 30 seconds of 4 exercises and 3 circuits. We're going to start off with a plank, and there's various ways you can do a plank. So I'm going to show you the easiest first. So it's the easiest option. We have our knees on the floor and our hands underneath the shoulders, and we're keeping a straight line through the body here. So we're looking at the floor and we're engaging through the core, the abdominals, around the back of the body, and we're holding this for 30. So that's your first option. Your second option is to come up onto your toes. So keeping a straight line, looking down at the floor. And then if you really want to challenge, if your core is strong, you're used to doing planks, you can bring in a lift and hover with alternate arm to leg. So we bring up left hand, right hand, left leg. And just hold for a couple of seconds. Okay, so we're going to do 30 seconds of this plank, starting now. So whichever option you want to do, remember you can come onto your knees and hold and breathe. Remember to relax your face. Try not to hold tension there. If it's too difficult, if you're holding a difficult position or you're trying to do the alternate hands, then you can come down. We've got a few seconds left, and then we're going to move on to the next exercise. Okay, so coming back down onto the knees. We're then going to come onto our backs. So lying flat on our backs and thinking about pressing the lower back into the floor. Keep a little tuck in the chin here so this chin is not coming back. We've got a nice straight spine here. We're going to point our hands up towards the ceiling, bring our feet off the floor, and we're going to do what's called dead bugs. So we're going to alternate arm and leg, lowering just a couple of inches off the floor, and then coming back to center. So that is one version. If that's tricky for you, then you can hold in this position and just hold for the 30 seconds, and you can always take a break. So we're going to do 30 seconds, alternating if you can. Remember, if your lower back starts coming off the floor, so you start feeling that arch in your spine, then you might need to take a little break. Breathing. And we've got a few seconds left. Remember to keep that tuck in the chin, pressing the lower back into the floor. Last one. Okay, and then we're going to stay on the back now, and we're going to do what's called a glute bridge. So we're engaging through the glutes and the hamstrings. We're lifting the pelvis up off the floor, and then we can either stay here, or we can lift and lower alternate legs. Okay, so if you're staying here, you might want to lower down and then lift back up. Or you can stay in this engaged position and then straighten alternate legs. Okay, so 30 seconds of this one. Remember to breathe, keeping the upper back pressed into the floor, so pressing the shoulders into the floor. Nice deep breaths as you do this. Got a few more left. Okay, and lowering the back down. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is a hip dip. So we're going to go into a side plank position. Now, there's 2 ways of doing this. We can either go onto the elbow, and get into that side plank like this, or we can press up through the hand into the shoulder. Okay, so it's your choice, and you might need to have a little break with this one. It's quite a tough one. So if you're on your elbow, you're going to press up, and we're going to just lower the hips down towards the floor and then raise them up again. Okay, so you can either do that or the straight arm, and we're going to do 30 seconds on one side and 30 on the other. So get ready, press up, and then drop the hips, press up again. Drop the hips, and we're working the side abdominals here, plus all around the back as well. Breathing. Remember, if you need to take a break, you can do. Got a few more seconds left, nearly there. And lowering and swapping sides, so pressing up into whichever position you want. So remember, you can go onto the elbow. And breathing. Press your feet together as well. A few more seconds, just under 10. Okay, and then lowering down. So we're going to go back into our straight plank. So remember, you've got your options here. You can either go into kneeling plank, straight plank, or we can introduce the alternate hands. We're going to do 30 seconds. Pressing into your plank position. Remember, we don't want the bottom up in the air here. We want to be keeping it down. So we've got a nice straight line through the body. If you are lifting, alternate hands, just pressing in and breathing. Remember, if it gets tough or you need a break, you can come back down into a modified plank. And then we're going to relax down and come into our glute bridge. So feet flat on the mat or floor, wherever you are, lifting the hips up, and we can either lift and lower like this, squeezing the glutes, or we can lift up, squeeze the glutes, and straighten alternate legs. Remember, keep a little bit of a tuck in the chin so that you've got a nice straight spine, pressing the backs of the shoulders into the floor, engaging through that core area. Keep breathing. Okay, last one, and then lower. Okay, we're going to go into our dead bugs now. So we're staying on our backs, hands and feet pointing straight upwards, and we're alternating hands and legs. Remember, you can stay in this position if alternating hands and legs is tough. Keep breathing. We've got a few more left. And then lowering down. So our last exercise is the side plank. You could hold a side plank here as well. If dipping the hips is a challenge for you, then just hold in this position. You're still using really good area of your core. If we introduce the dip, we're just engaging in the side a little bit more, so we're using more of the side muscles. A few more left. And then lower down, okay, and swap sides. So remember, you can do straight arm, bent arm, you can hold the side plank, or you can dip. Those are your options. Remember, you can always change as well. If you decide to do something and you think, uh-oh, that's not going to work, then you can always modify. Keep breathing. Just under 10 seconds. And lower down. Okay, so we're on our last round of the circuit, so we're going to go into our plank position. Holding for 30 seconds. Whichever option you want to do. Remember, you've got several options. You can lift, alternate hand and leg. A few more seconds left. And lowering down. Okay, back into our glute bridge. So we're going onto the back. Pressing the hands down into the floor, pressing the shoulders, keeping a little bit of a tuck in the chin, pressing the hips up towards the ceiling, and then alternate. Lifting and lowering the leg. Or remember, you can lift and lower the hips. Remember to engage the glutes, hamstrings. Okay, last one, and then lower. And then we're going to stay on our backs. We're going to go into dead bugs, so hands in line with the shoulders, pointing up towards the ceiling. Try and keep the knees above the hips. And we're going to alternate arms and legs. Pressing that lower back into the floor. Remember, if it starts arching, then you're probably not able to continue the exercise. You need a little bit of a break and come back to it. Press that lower spine into the floor. If you do need a break, you can just hold in the center, and then we're going to lower down. Okay, so last exercise on the last round. I'm going to go into our side plank. So remember, whichever option you want to do, straight arm, bent arm, holding or dipping, is up to you. So we're pressing the feet into the floor, nice straight line through the body, dip, and lower, and lift. If you haven't done side planks before, this is quite a tough exercise. So it's okay to go on the elbow. Okay, and lower, and then we're going to swap sides. So pressing up into the arm or the elbow, and then dipping down and lifting. Keep breathing. Remember, you can always have a break. Last one, and lower. Awesome. Okay, well done. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that core workout. You can do it a couple of times a week. It's really going to improve your strength and also your efficiency when you're out training. Have a great day and see you soon. Bye-bye for now.